Your attackers are still trying to figure out how you figured out that it was all bullshit. This is a quick message from the universe. Your attackers, man, chosen, they still snapping. They still losing their shit right now. You know, the kingdom is falling and everything is crumbling. And there's something on your attackers' mind. They're still trying to figure out, how did you know? They're trying to figure out, how did you figure it out? They're trying to figure out, how did you survive what you survived? Chosen one, your attackers are starting to think that maybe you are some type of known street person, that you had people in their city that they never knew that you had, that you knew people, and that you had emergency people on call, and when the emergency broke out, you was able to reach these people and disappear. Your attackers are trying to see if you're ex-military. They're wondering. They're trying to figure out, how the fuck did this motherfucker do what he did? How did she do this shit? Because they had you. They had you, chosen one. They had you right where they wanted you a couple times. More than a couple times. Plenty of times, chosen one. They had you there so much that they was able to study you and really pinpoint how they was going to do it. See, chosen one, they had so many opportunities to get you. It's just that they didn't want to mess up. They waited until they had enough intel and felt like, yo, when we get them this time, we got them. When we get her this time, we got... See, they let you get all the way into the trap, chosen one, because they didn't want you to escape that trap. They thought that they had you chosen. They said, yo, we're going to wait till the perfect opportunity and we're going to get this motherfucker. And that's exactly what they did, chosen one. They didn't want you to escape. And so they administered the attack. They administered the trap. And they got you. But you got out. See, chosen one, you wasn't supposed to know anybody out there. You wasn't supposed to have nobody in your corner. You wasn't supposed to be able to maneuver that city like you did, chosen one. You wasn't supposed to know what they had administered to you. You wasn't supposed to know how to defeat what you was going through. And so your attackers are trying to figure out still to this day, how did you know? How did you see it coming? How did he do it? See, your attackers was pointing the fingers and they was blaming people. They blamed the honey trap. They blamed the people that lived in the neighborhood. They was blaming anybody they could. It was a baby laying in the crib. They was blaming the baby. Maybe the baby told you. Maybe the baby said goo goo gaga or something, and you knew. They was blaming anybody they could blame, because chosen one, they cannot understand. How'd you know? How'd you figure this shit out? See, they don't know about you, chosen one. But they know now. But when you went through what it was, they thought you was regular. And see, the thing is, you had showed them miracles plenty of times before then, chosen one. You had showed them how powerful you were, chosen one. You had showed them that you were supernatural way before they administered the super attack. See, chosen one, what you don't know is your attackers had done a lot to you. You had been surviving things for a while. And so they still didn't buy it, chosen one. And they said, yo, you know what? This right here that we got, this is guaranteed. This takes out everybody. And so they administered what they administered, chosen one. And you still slid through the cracks, man. You disappeared. It was as though you was disappeared, because, chosen one, what you don't know is, once they had got the feeling that what they had administered you wasn't really working, they had administered the goons. They was coming up. So you did right by disappearing, because one way or another, they said, yo, if this don't work, we got to do this by force. They had you in their backyard, chosen. And they're still trying to figure out, how did you know? Who came in? But they couldn't blame the honey trap, because they had eyes on the honey trap. They couldn't blame anybody that from their circle, because everybody was together. So who was it? How did he know? What did he do? it was the source, chosen one. What they don't realize is you got people everywhere you go. Because you are directly connected to the source. You could go to motherfucking Vietnam. You can go to goddamn Kenya, Antarctica, and source is there. There's gonna be somebody. There's gonna be something that breaks through for you, chosen one. This is how special you are. See, your attackers don't understand that. See, they thought you was all alone, chosen one. They had made you fall out with so many people. They knew that you was by yourself. They knew that the only person you had was your honey trap. And your honey trap was already turned their back on you as soon as the shit happened. It was over, right? Honey trap done grieved you. You know? Hey man, it is what it is. At least I get my cash. Right? But see, what they didn't realize, chosen one, is certain people got real destinies. And it don't matter what the fuck you do, you can't take a motherfucker out because they got a real purpose here. You can't delete somebody that's a part of the fabric of this motherfucking reality. And they ain't understand that, chosen one. They ain't understand that you are directly connected to source. You thought that shit was a joke. Fast forward, a couple days went past. They looking for the news. They looking for the news of your body, checking the morgues. This motherfucker ain't dead. You pop back out. Everybody seen a ghost. Your attackers are still fucked up, chosen one, because they are still trying to figure out how in the fuck you did it. How in the hell did you know?